Hi, this is Bob Hilke, and welcome to this week's Q&A meeting for the Strategic Partners for Premier Alignment. Today, we're going to spend a little time looking at LinkedIn. Okay, so what I want to do is show you our Premier Alignment Consulting LinkedIn page, because I think it's a great resource for all of our strategic partners. And the way to find that is the easy way is to find me, which you just type Bob Hilke, and I'm I think that all of us are connected. So just find me, and then when you get to my profile, you'll see Premier Alignment Consulting is in the top right beneath the header. You just click on that, it takes you down into my experience section, and then you click on the little icon for Premier Alignment, and it'll take you right over to the Premier Alignment page. And as you can see, we have 202 followers. So it's growing because the page is not that old. So we have people joining every month. And I'm just going to click the view as member so that it's looking the way that you'll see it when you're here. It's a pretty standard page. It's got the banner and little introduction and overview of what we do. But what I'm wanting to show you especially is the posts and the articles. Mostly I've written articles. And so when you go down a little ways on the page, you get to the featured section, and we have two articles right now that are in the featured section. One is about healthcare reform, and the other is about the strategic partner opportunity. So let me just open up the healthcare reform and show you what it looks like. Um, I used to work at United Health Group and United Healthcare. And you might recall several months ago, the president of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, or the CEO rather, um, there was a tragic assassination in New York City when he was there. And it sparked a lot of discussion about healthcare in the United States. And so I wrote this article to talk a little bit about um, what I view as the need for healthcare reform, because I certainly believe it needs to be reformed. And interestingly enough, the CEO of United Health Group, Andrew Whitty, wrote an op-ed where he admitted as much. And he said that health insurers bear some of the blame for the problems that everybody experiences in healthcare today. And then I went on to agree with him and talk a little bit about healthcare reform. And then really to tell our story that healthcare reform is already here. We're bringing the message to the world that you don't have to continue to deal with all the pain points in healthcare that everyone talks about and experiences. We're actually implementing a type of healthcare that gets rid of most of the problems and half the cost. And so anyway, I think it's an interesting and informative article for anybody um, that experiences healthcare at work or through their insurance company, whatever. But it's also a great article to share. And so I just want to show you how you would do that. So we'll use this as a case study with this article. If you were wanting to share this on LinkedIn, at the top, when the article is open, you saw me click to get into the article so we could read it. And then there's this little share link over here. So when you click on that, you can do several things. You can repost it to your feed. And so if you did that, it's going to let you add a little comment there, and it'll show the picture and so forth. I'm not going to post it, but I'm just showing you how. The other thing you can do is copy the link. And then you can go to your page, start a post, and just paste the link in with Control V, and then you'll see it appears. And again, then what you can do at this point is you can delete the link. It's going to stay attached to your post. And then you can type whatever you want. So you can do that as well. Another thing you could do, so I'm just going to get out of here and I'll go back to the article. Another thing you could do is just copy the whole thing. And I put a couple of references down there so people can see the news articles and things. Okay, so now, once you do that, you copy it, and then back on your page, start your post, and just paste the whole thing. Oh, it might not let you do that because it's too long to post the whole thing. But what you can do is you can copy part of it so that it displays the text and have that, where I showed you earlier where it lets you type your own information. You can copy an excerpt and paste it in there so that it shows some of the verbiage of the article, and then it'll still have the link at the bottom. So anyway, there's a couple different ways you can use that. I'm going to go back here again and show you a little more on the page. So we were on the featured section. If you scroll down a little further, there's the page posts, and it doesn't show all the, oh, now it does. Earlier when I looked, it didn't show all of them. But you can scroll through. Oh yeah, it only shows several. And then you click the show all. There you go. And again, it's not showing all. So they need to relabel their button. But here's what you can do is when you get to, when you click the show all, then you can click articles, because that's what I've written. Instead of just the simple post, I've written articles. And when you click the articles button, then you can scroll down and see all the articles that are on the page. And so again, like if this one is of interest, which do you experience frustrations with healthcare? I think that most people do. And so this might be an article that would be of interest to people. Whoops. I want to click on the article. Yeah, here it comes. And so again, it talks a little bit about some of the common issues that people have, the pricing and the inconvenience of dealing with the bureaucracy of healthcare. And then, of course, we have Daryl's book. And this is a great book, by the way. If you haven't read it, you really ought to order it. And you can go to Amazon, and if you have Kindle, and if you have, I think it's called Kindle, where you get credits each month. So you might have some free credits available to use. So it wouldn't even cost you anything to download it and just listen or read, because it has where you can listen to it, or also you can download it and read it. So all of this is available on our Premier Alignment Consulting page. What I'd also encourage you to do is go there and then follow it. Like I say, we have over 200 people following, but if you're one of our strategic partners and you're missing an opportunity to spread the message that we have if you're not following our page. So go ahead and click the following button, and then that way, whenever I publish something, or if you can go back and find it easy, whatever. But when I publish something, if you're following, you should get a notification, or it should come up in your LinkedIn feed so that you can see the new articles as they're posted. And that way you can immediately like them, comment on them, repost them to your feed, that type of thing. The more times we put things out there and the people see them, the more likely they are to ask you about it. So, alrighty, so that's what I wanted to share with you. Oh, the other thing is, I think you can also you could also join as if you're an employee. And so if you've signed a referral contract with us, that's essentially like being an employee, but not a W-2, but you're certainly working with us. So you should be able to add this to your LinkedIn profile so that it shows in your experience section. And that way people can also um, ask you about it because they see it's in your experience. Okay, so in fact, I'll show you just what that looks like. I think I did already, but when I'm on my profile and you see it right here, but you're going to want to have your main thing show here. So you can make choices for what shows here. But even if it doesn't show right here at the top, when you scroll down into the experience section, it'll list all of the things that you're currently employed with or consulting with, whatever. So, all right. Shoot me an email if you have any questions, if you're trying to figure out how to do what I showed you in this recording. I'll be glad to spend a little time with you to get it set up right on your LinkedIn page if you want. Well, I think that's a wrap for today. So thank you all very much. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back in 2 weeks, which will be April 4. Wow, end of March is nearly here. All right, take care. Have a great weekend, everybody.